Hi, I'm Jane from Higher Ground, and those of you who know me know that I normally run a willow wreath weaving workshop around about this time of year. So we can't do that because of COVID. I thought I would show you how to do one online, and then if anybody would like to get some willow and make one, we have plenty on the site, and in return you can make a small donation to Higher Ground. So today I'll be making completely natural, apart from the bow obviously, traditional willow wreath with foliage from the garden which can be hung on your door with pride. So what you will need to make this is between 4 and 8 long pieces of willow, which are it's not a particular special kind of willow, we just have it growing on the site. I would normally go for 8 pieces about between 6 and 7 foot tall, and you want them to be quite thin at the end, no longer than sort of 1.5 centimetres, no thicker than 1.5 centimetres, and you'll have to make it flexible before you can work with it. So either you can flex it with your fingers for quite a while, that takes some time, or you can do some funky dance moves, put it behind your back and rub it like this around your waist or across your knee, and just so bend it like that across your knee, and it makes it nice and flexible to work with. The first thing you would do is make a circle with your willow. I've actually tried to make this flexible beforehand so I didn't bore you with my moves. So you'd make the circle the size that you want to have your wreath. Hold it together with your hands like so, and then reach through, get hold of the end and pull it through, and keep doing that all the way around. It doesn't matter if it is a bit egg-shaped at this point, because by the time you've woven the other pieces on, it will take on its circular shape. So keep going all the way around. There's your base. Get another piece. Do your moves to soften it. I've already done that beforehand just to save a little bit of time. I'm so sorry about the light in here. Once again, I can't get the hang of this at all, so I'll just have to be fuzzy for you. There you go. So at the opposite side to where the end that is, you flip it around and start by holding it together and start on the opposite side. Same as you did before, reach through, pull your willow through. If you don't make it supple before you use it, you'll end up with kinks. Oops, nearly went in the fire. And then weave it around. Oops. So reaching through, pulling, over and over again until you've gone round to the other side. I'm trying to do this quickly. Reach through. And then when you get your little whippy end there, find a space in between 2 pieces of willow and just tuck it in. Just tuck it in. It's as easy as that, she says. There we go. These bits we're going to cut off with secateurs at the end, so it's okay, don't worry. And then you've now got, you should have opposite side ends. So you're going to do it with the end in the middle this time. If you should be able to find a sort of a slot in between the willows, so you'll find a nice little groove for it to sit in, and then you can, it should just sit quite nicely in that groove when you work around it. Mine is still distinctly egg-shaped at the minute, but it will round off. Through. Reach through. Pull it through. And then you can see how it just slots quite nicely in behind as it creates its little pattern. And then tuck the end in to wherever there happens to be a space. We'll chop off the end, chop off the bits at the end as well. Kink. Okay. Next bit, so you'll find the space in between the two pieces that you did last time, and start again. Ooh. Reach through. I might have to have a drink after this. It's starting to take on a nice shape. Tuck that little end bit in. Now then you can keep going and do as many pieces as you like and make it nice and thick. The one that I did before, I used 6 pieces. And then with your secateurs, you can just take off the ends. The trouble with this is I'm trying to fit an hour-long workshop into a 10-minute tutorial. Chop off those ends. When you chop them off, if you chop it at an angle, it'll make it flush with the weave. There, you have your basic circle. Now, and what I did was just got loads of foliage from the garden, and just stick bits of ivy. I used cotoneaster berries because my holly was distinctly berryless. Wrap a bit of ivy around it. Try to find a bit of ivy. You can find a wee hole, stick the ivy through, wrap the ivy around, and then poke the other end through a hole and it'll stay on. Use bits of holly. So just again, stick your holly in a gap between the two. Go. And just do that all the way around, and then you can stick on, if you have a hot glue gun, stick on cinnamon sticks, dry out some orange, stick some orange on it. If you want to make handles like I've done in this one, you would make two so that you can hang it flush. If you just made one, it wouldn't work. So you can make two by just using a smaller piece of willow. I'll find one. Same principle, but just smaller. So make it supple. Make a smaller circle with it. Just gently get it into the circle size that you want. And then it's exactly the same principle, you've got a smaller circle. And you're just weaving that through and around, and you would do that with 4 pieces. You can also use dogwood, you want to make it a nice colour. You can get different coloured willow as well, looks nice with some newer green against the brown. So you just make a smaller circle, and then to attach the smaller one to the big one, you do the same thing again through both of them. I won't do that because I think I've taken your time enough. But that is the basic principle of making a willow wreath. You make your base, 4 to 8 pieces, foliage from the garden, little piece of ribbon to tie around the bottom, and there you have it really. Yeah, I'm definitely no professional at doing this, but I think I've showed you the basics. We've got loads of willow at the site, just pop along and get some if you would like, and that's it. Cheers! Hope you all have a lovely Christmas. I'll see you soon. Bye!